Number 10. Deepfake. A recent controversy involving popular streamer Atrioc, or Brandon Ewing, blew up at the start of February 2023. During one of his Twitch streams, Ewing switched tabs on his computer while sharing his screen with the audience. A few viewers noticed a website opened on his browser linked to a porn service. This alone would be embarrassing enough, but it wasn't what caused an uproar online. The pornography website featured AI-generated videos of female streamers. Some of the women depicted on the site were people Brandon was actually friends with in real life. So understandably, the situation blew up immediately. On February 2nd, Atrioc uploaded an apology that left many people unsatisfied. The man woefully admitted and owned up to his mistake, while his distraught wife was wiping her tears behind him. Ewing claimed that he had been researching AI recently, and one night, while on a popular explicit site called Pornhub, he saw several advertisements for the deepfake website. In case you're unfamiliar, deepfakes have gained popularity in the last few years with the rise in technology. They take the face or body of celebrities, online personalities, or basically anyone, and can morph it into someone else. By using this, women like fellow streamer QT Cinderella have been victimized and turned into inappropriate content without their consent. Other female creators who were shown on the AI website include Pokimane, Maya Higa, and Sweet Anita. They all chastised the videos and anyone who consumed the footage for sexual gratification. QT Cinderella has also expressed clear intent to file lawsuits against creators of the deepfake website. Pokimane tweeted, "Stop sexualizing people without their consent," and was met with a huge amount of support from her followers. Number 9. GSXR Clyde. A popular gaming streamer who goes by the handle GSXR Clyde was caught during a Twitch stream being overly physical with his dog. The man is a 6-year streaming veteran who plays games like Rise of Kingdoms and Destiny for his large audience. Towards the end of 2021, while making some adjustments to his camera, Clyde's dog walks over to see what's happening. It was just an innocent sniff, but before the young pup knew it, he was being forcefully shoved backwards. The animal smashed into a mini fridge that was set up behind the streamer's chair. The impact was so rough that several objects placed on top of the appliance fell down. After the push, Clyde told the dog, "You're pissing me off, Jesus Christ," before calling it stupid. One of the strangest things about this situation is that the clip was taken out of a highlight reel on YouTube. Anyone who's owned a dog knows that they can sometimes be annoying, but most people would simply put the animal in the other room, not shove it into a fridge. Dogs are typically seen as man's best friend, but Clyde and his dog Thor don't seem to have the best relationship. In the man's apology, he claims that Thor was perfectly fine after the incident. He said that his behavior was unacceptable and wasn't right, but quickly shifts the conversation to how unfairly he was treated by the online community after the clip gained traction. While Clyde doesn't abuse his dog regularly, the clip definitely wasn't a good look, especially while live streaming to thousands of people. Number 8. Stas Replay. A lot of content creator couples portray a playful back and forth to their audience. Some of them pull pranks on each other, while others just tease their partner. It typically doesn't go beyond this, but in 2021, a Russian streamer named Stanislav Reshatnyak was sentenced to serve 6 years behind bars for what he did to his girlfriend, Valentina Grigorieva. During one of his creator streams, Stanislav, who goes by Stas Replay, made his partner stand outside in the freezing cold. She was reportedly only wearing undergarments when he pushed her onto their shared balcony. Not long after, he went to check on her and quickly noticed that she wasn't breathing, and all of this happened while he was live streaming to his fans. He called for an emergency medical team while viewers heard him say, "My bunny, what's up with you?" as he carried Valentina inside. Stanislav then felt her neck and said he couldn't feel a pulse. Once authorities got to the scene, an investigation into the incident was launched. 30-year-old Stanislav was arrested and convicted of involuntary manslaughter for his actions. He'll serve out his time in a maximum security prison in Russia. While devastating, we can't help but wonder what exactly was going through the man's head when he made his lover go out into below freezing temperatures without proper protection. It makes you wonder if he truly loved her at all. Number 7. Swatted. As streamers gain popularity online and build up an audience, they also gain their fair share of haters. Many of these faceless users will post hateful comments, but some take their ill intentions to the extreme. In August 2022, a Twitch streamer named Clara Keffel Sorrenti was the target of something called swatting. The phrase has grown after countless cases of content creators getting SWAT teams called on them. In Clara's case, she's an LGBTQ trans activist who posts videos and lives for people in her community. Sadly, some folks aren't the biggest fan of her ideals and have made it their mission to put an end to it. An unnamed suspect supposedly emailed Clara's local law enforcement and claimed she was a major threat. The person said that she'd murdered her own mother with an unauthorized weapon and was going to shoot up her city council. Even though it was a lie, police and SWAT forces took the tip seriously. They showed up at Clara's home in full gear with guns to neutralize the alleged threat. This isn't just a one-time situation either. In 2017, yet another streamer named Andrew Finch was swatted after he beat another player in a Call of Duty game. Armed police came to his house, and in the midst of the chaos, Finch was killed. The person who called law enforcement received 20 years in prison for the crime. Many other streamers have been faced with this terrifying situation, some more than once. Sending a SWAT team for an unnecessary claim not only puts people's lives at risk, but it takes away precious resources from actual issues. Number 6. Hot tub. There's an extremely harmful stereotype that female streamers only use their bodies to gain popularity and fans. This idea is inherently sexist and beyond insulting to content creators who do their best without relying on being sexually exploitive. There's nothing wrong with women who do choose to engage in this behavior, but it's not okay to generalize all female creators into this subgroup. Having said that, a Twitch streamer who goes by the name Brianna's World was banned from the platform in October 2022 for being too inappropriate. The woman was live streaming herself wearing a very small swimsuit. In the background, a large mirror showcased her derriere, which was only covered by a thin string. She then began doing compromising yoga poses and squats to show off her body. Content like this on Twitch has been dubbed hot tub streams. A lot of creators on the site wear revealing clothing to try and pull views. Again, there isn't necessarily anything wrong with this. But Twitch isn't the right platform for this kind of content since it goes against the site's community guidelines. Many people were upset that streams similar to Brianna's weren't being taken down despite obvious violations. With so much attention, Twitch finally stepped up and banned the woman, setting a precedent going forward. Brianna's World then moved her videos over to YouTube, making sure to include in her channel's descriptions that her posts were highly inappropriate. And now for number 5. But first, it's shoutout time! We wanted to give a big thank you to Play In Tricks and Hello Baby for supporting this channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and join the Badger fam. Number 5. Miyochi. In December 2022, a South Korean streamer named Hyojung Park was walking around the streets of Mumbai while streaming live to her audience. At around 11:50 p.m., a random Indian man came up behind the 24-year-old woman, who goes by Miyochi online, and wrapped his arms around her neck. Before she could even respond, he kissed her on the cheek. Another man in the background who was with him called out to her saying, "I love you." Anyone with eyes could see how uncomfortable Park was with the situation. The guys started asking for her number so they could talk later. Then, one of them even grabbed hold of Park's arm and tried to get her to ride on his motorbike. She pulled away quickly and started walking away saying, "No, no, no." After the clip went viral online, the men were identified. Mohammed Naqib Sadrealam Ansari and Mobeen Chand Mohammed Sheikh were arrested and charged with molesting the woman. Luckily, the night of the incident, 2 of Park's viewers who lived nearby came to the rescue. She later said that people had warned her to be careful while traveling as a single woman in India, but she never thought something like that would ever happen to her. Number 4. Just Cath. A streamer from Thailand who goes by Just Cath was live on camera at a pool on January 2, 2023, when a middle-aged man came up to her. Apparently, she'd turned down his advances when he asked if she wanted to sit with him by the water. Not only was he being rude, the man also made lewd gestures toward Just Cath. As the woman tried to tell her audience what was going on, he came up to her very aggressively. He said, "You start to annoy me. I am trying to relax. I try to relax, so shut up." As if he wasn't just being a creep to her. He then started to walk away, but the streamer stood up for herself, calling him an idiot before leaving. However, the middle-aged man didn't appreciate the insult and began chasing her as she left the pool area. When she finally got away, Just Cath's viewers said that she should report the man. After a bit of convincing, she went to the closest police station and told them what happened. Not long after that, the strange aggressor was taken into custody. He wasn't able to pay the fine he was given, so he had to spend the night in jail. Perhaps he'll learn a lesson from this incident and not harass any more young women. Number 3. Princess Amabogi. A lot of young people nowadays dream of becoming famous on social media. Whether it be on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch, they want to be stars. Sadly, many of them are willing to go to extremes to get what they desperately crave. In July 2022, a 16-year-old from Texas reportedly shot her 18-year-old friend, Princess Amabogi, while live streaming. The girls were showing off the weapons to their viewers when one of the guns discharged somehow. It's unknown if the incident was accidental or on purpose, but the minor was definitely holding the gun as it went off. Because of this, she was taken into police custody while Princess was transported to the hospital in rough shape. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to pull through, and she lost her life 2 days after being shot. The detained teenager faces manslaughter charges as she waits in the Dallas County Juvenile Detention Center. Her friend was filming her showing off the deadly weapons at the time of the shooting. It's unclear if the young woman has been sentenced or not in this case, but hopefully, the truth of the matter will eventually be revealed. Number 2. Preach. There's all kinds of online streamers out there, whether they be gamers, athletes, or chefs, you name it. Someone probably streams it. A bishop in Brooklyn, New York even live streams his sermons on Sunday mornings. Sadly though, in July 2022, Bishop Lamore Whitehead was robbed live on camera. During his service, a group of men kicked open the door into his building and barged in holding guns. The preacher tried to ease the situation so no one in the room got hurt. The suspects motioned for him to take a seat, so he did, likely not wanting to give them a reason to shoot. Then they took all of Whitehead's jewelry as well as his wives. All of this happened as the barrel of a gun was pointed directly at the bishop's infant child. The incident was caught on camera as some of the criminals held their weapons at the 100 or so people in the crowd. All of the churchgoers waited on the ground until the group left in Whitehead's Mercedes. The man of faith believes he was specifically targeted after helping police catch a murder suspect earlier that year. Number 1. Can't Fight Fate 14. In the middle of a streamer's TikTok live in June 2022, viewers were horrified while witnessing a home invasion. 33-year-old Wally Assad from Australia, who goes by Can't Fight Fate 14 on the platform, had his Sydney home broken into at about 11:30 at night. Wally was punched by the burglar who first knocked on the man's front door. As soon as Assad opened it, he was assaulted and knocked unconscious. At the time, the streamer was talking with another TikToker named Moody Tajor who was extremely concerned. Moody was shocked, asking, "What the F is going on?" after seeing the assault. There were 2 thieves who entered the home wearing face coverings and brandishing a gun. They quickly stole some clothes and left before police could get to the crime scene. Luckily, Assad was okay after receiving treatment for a laceration on his head. Unfortunately, there hasn't been any recent updates on the case, so it's unclear if the suspects were found and arrested. Do you enjoy watching any streamers? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked today's video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Bad Badger.